What have we got here, ladies and gentlemen? That's a picture of a woman that is barefoot, pregnant, and in the kitchen. You ever heard that? What do you want to keep us barefoot, pregnant, and in the kitchen? You want a slave? Ugh. Well, these pictures of that I have here, this first picture here. Well, here's how you respond to that, to these nut jobs, these females, and some of them are males, right? That seem to think that being pregnant, barefoot, and in the kitchen is a bad thing. Let's look at this first one here, right? She's barefoot. Look at that kitchen. Look at that floor. It's a nice, clean floor. It's a nice kitchen. Man, she must have a husband that treats her pretty well. She's able to walk around on the floor barefooted. Not that I'm really that into feet, but, her feet are okay. They don't seem to have any corns or bunions or, that dry, cracked bottom to the foot that is very gross. Now our feet are they're well kept up. So next time somebody, when they talk about being barefoot, that's a good thing, right? That means she doesn't have to walk around with shoes on because she is in a nice, comfortable home with a clean floor. All right? Let's talk about the pregnant thing. Right? Isn't that the purpose of a woman, is to bear a man's seed? All right? If she's pregnant, that means her and her husband are successful, right? Oh, and she's already got a kid right there. Look at that guy. He's a healthy, Junior's healthy. He's got the David Hasselhoff hair. And, looks like a healthy kid. What about the kitchen? Any woman that doesn't want to cook for her family is not wife material, boys. Cooking is an art. And it's hard work. I live alone. I've had to learn how to cook. And you know what? I actually enjoy it. I mean, I'd much rather have a wife do it for me and my family so that I can do other things. But make no mistake, cooking is an art. It's a joy. To make something that you've never made before. Heck, I get online and check out YouTube and I'm going to try this recipe. Right? There's so many people on YouTube that love to teach what the recipes they have. I'm going to try this, right? I bought myself a wok not too long ago, and I always wanted to make fried rice and like lo mein and chow mein, and guess what? I did it. So no more going to the local greasy Chinese place, right? I can make my own fried rice, and it was good. Cooking and being in the kitchen, not only is it healthier, but it saves you money. All right, well, that's obvious. It saves you money. Eating out's expensive, number one. Number two, it's definitely healthier. Why is it healthier? Because if you haven't noticed, the food in the market is getting more and more processed, more and more already ready for you. I mean, there's no doubt that the powers that be want us to cook less, pay attention to what's in our food less, so they can serve us that Soylent Green that's coming down the pike. Have you noticed that in the markets lately? All this Beyond Burger and more than meat and vegetable-based stuff. You guys do know that's made in the laboratory, right? God knows what's in it. And stop eating all the bread in the aisle that sits there for years. It's got all kinds. If the bacteria don't eat your bread after 5 or 6 days, then you shouldn't be eating it. Oh my gosh. Right? That Wonder Bread that sits on the shelf for 3 months at a time and it's still good. All the preservatives in there are toxic. No wonder there's an increase in colon and stomach cancer. You eat that stuff for 40 years. All those preservatives, it's not healthy. Not to mention the high fructose corn syrup that's in bread. Who puts high fructose corn syrup in bread? Hot dog buns? And if you don't know, high fructose corn syrup is really, over time, is detrimental. Not only it's detrimental to your health, it also keeps your body from breaking stuff down, so you gain weight. I know a guy at work, man, he's a 50-something-year-old man. He's like a child. He eats Wonder Bread and drinks Coca-Cola all the time and Doritos. All that high fructose corn syrup, refined sugar. Oh my gosh. And he's like weak as a kitten, right? He messed around with me one day and I was not having it. So I gave him a little, I turned around and gave him a little jab in the gut. You know, like a cat would do to warn you. You know how cats kind of warn you, they smack you? Well, I gave him a little jab in the gut just to say, hey, no, I'm not, don't mess with me. And it was like punching and it was like punching an airbag. I don't know what it was. It was like a dough bag. Like, yeah. Man, so here's my point. You are what you eat. This guy eats crap. Right? He feels like crap. Ugh. And so being in the kitchen is a good thing. That should be an honor for a woman to cook delicious, nutritious meals for her family, to help raise the kids and help her husband and herself live a healthy lifestyle. Oh my gosh. All right? So the next time somebody tells you, what, you want to keep us barefoot, pregnant in the kitchen? Say, yeah, that's a good thing. I mean, my goodness. All right, look at this second lady here. She's got some nice feet. She's walking around barefoot. Look at that kitchen. That kitchen's the bomb. Her husband must be good to her. And they were obviously successful because they got that bun in the oven, and then she's happy as a clam cooking. And in case you haven't noticed, the economy is collapsing. There are not a lot of good. We're going to need women to do more cooking in the kitchen, right, to save their family money. I mean, it's a win-win if you know how to cook. So come on, ladies, stop with this nonsense. There's nothing wrong with being in the kitchen. There's nothing wrong with walking around your house with bare feet. At least you're not walking around the house in high heels, breaking your ankles. Oh my gosh. Anyway, this is Mr. Smeef. It's been a pleasure. Your humble servant. Just thought I'd rant about this. And we'll see you next time.